better. Nigel, you were telling us last week about a lapse you underwent.
Yeah, that's right, Brenda. I did exactly what you said to do last week, and I found a story that was informative and it was relevant, and it was about the council who were doing a feasibility study on building houses on a green brownfield site, and they even sent a photographer who took actual photographs. And then I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. There was a little article right at the bottom that said the top 10 celebrities you didn't know had died. And there was just a little bit there at the bottom that said, who's at number 3? You'd never have guessed.
Well, who's at number 3?
Well, here's the thing. I've never even heard of it.
All right, Leonard, who it was is not the issue here. We'll perhaps circle back later in the meeting to discuss the correct course of action Nigel could have taken. For now, Leonard, why don't you tell us how you've been getting on?
Well, I've managed to avoid a few of their manufactured techniques, temptations and all that, simply by doing things that way. Oh, I did have a breakthrough on Wednesday.
Really?
Yes.
Why didn't you share it with the group?
Okay, I was reading a headline that seemed to suggest that there was an interesting story locally.
Really?
Okay, so the police had descended into a town centre.
Really? Now, I can certainly see why that would definitely pique one's interest. How did you manage to avoid it?
Well, in closer inspection, I read the article. They said the police had descended into a Midlands town centre.
I see. Well done, Leonard. You clearly demonstrated what we spoke about a fortnight ago. You see, local newspaper websites will often try to make the story appear local by throwing in the odd term to make it seem as relevant as possible. For example, Midlands here. Well, it obviously happened in the Midlands, and we're in the Midlands. Group. Got a new member today. This is Emma.
Hello, Emma.
Why don't you share with us, Emma, if you feel okay with that? What's your scoop?
Well, I'm Emma, and just like you, I've been reading the news from my local websites. I don't know why I'm here. I don't have a problem, I don't think.
Now, Emma, no one is going to judge you in this room. We've all, at one time or another, said the same thing. But healing only comes from firstly admitting one has a problem. Please, do continue.
Okay, well, anyway, like I was saying, I like reading different stories from Hull, Plymouth and Cardiff, and I've done for many years.
But we're in Staffordshire.
Well, it doesn't really make a difference to me. Anyway, the admin of the site decided to kick me out just because I dared to start commenting.
What did you say?
Well, I started to correct people. I just got sick of the same thing and the same comments being made. Things like, I'm not racist, but using Y-O-U-R instead of U''RE. The wrong way of using the different meanings of there. Oh, and the last straw. Whenever there's a story about an activist or a protester, and they use the same comment, why don't you just go get a job? But this is coming from the people that are typing in the middle of the day, every day. So I tell them what I thought of them. And that's that.
All right, super. Well, this is our group and we meet here on a regular basis. This is Leonard, Nigel and Greta. Why don't we hear from you? I believe you've been pretty much cured of your local news website disorder and you're leaving us soon. Is that correct? Dr. Harrison has signed you off completely.
That's right, Brenda. I can't believe how far I've come in such a short space of time. And I want to thank you and all the group for helping me cure such a debilitating condition. I remember the early days when I thought all of the local news website adverts were all aimed at me. Do you live in the UK and are aged 24 to 72? You need to do this. Fix car scratches by doing this. I couldn't get enough. Could not get enough. Even though they all led to pages that you just had to wade through to find the understanding of them. And even then, your phone would crash due to the pop-ups. Even with the actual stories, it was clear to see that there was some serious cherry picking going on. And it became clear that they'll do anything for the clicks. For instance, a woman with 10 kids wants the council to rehome her. But it doesn't matter that it's Teesside Council, because it'll spark outrage regardless. What about that foreign-looking bloke that got done for committing benefit fraud? He got arrested by Liverpool police. I remember when I was younger, my uncle, who wasn't my uncle, Tony from next door, he used to come round every night and read the paper. And he used to recite headlines to us like...
Have you seen this? They're tearing down our local and building a co-op.
What? I mean, imagine if that was today. With the current quality of journalism.
Have you seen this? Some young mother claims to have found a slug in a McDonald's in Ipswich.
Oh, my word. Oh, and you're right about the Midlands. Another trick is to say only an hour away if there's something going on in Chester or Shrewsbury.
Well, we are absolutely delighted with how far you've come. It makes my role here as group facilitator all the more worthwhile. I remember when you first joined us, you were full of useless information and quotes, like, leave a lemon by your bed at night, here's why, and doctors are amazed at this simple trick, so on and so on. Last year, you were so concerned about that Arctic storm that was coming any day now. It's reported by the website, weren't you?
It was.
Even though it took less time in the whole of the Game of Thrones to actually see any serious amounts of snow, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And it's the alliteration as well. All the pointless alliteration.
Well, let's not dwell on negatives. Let's break for coffee and regroup shortly.
Leaving early?
Well, soon.
Excited Emma exits early.
Nigel!
Oh, sorry. Old habit.
Okay, everybody, I think we'll try some trust exercises now. Leonard? Nigel?
Nige. Look. Top 10 deals coming to your local takeaway. Readers aren't happy. Click here to find out why. Nige. Experts say that you can catch COVID from eating oatcakes.
Excellent work, Nigel. Well done. Well done.
Well done, Marge.
Hi, this is Emma reporting live from the village of Littleframpton, where I've just attended a group meeting for the local newspaper website disorder support group, who claim to be able to help people overcome, and I quote, a crippling affliction of LNWD, which can affect anybody who wants to read about local news and issues, but struggles to find any when looking through their website. Find out how my second undercover meeting goes next week by subscribing and liking our social media page. Littleframpton is lovely in the spring. As you can see, this is just as good as employing a photographer. Now everyone, it's time for me to bring you the most important and crucial event of the week, and one that may affect us all. The grand opening of the new Aldi in town. Come on, let's go check out that all-important middle aisle.